What one piece of advice would you give someone watching this video? And it's a brilliant question. I love these sorts of questions because there is one piece of advice that I really would love to kind of give everybody who wants to watch these sorts of videos. And it's inspiring and it's encouraging, and it's something that I do every day, and it's something that if you do every day, I'm sure it will have a massive positive effect, not only on you as a musician or you as a kind of mixing engineer or a mastering engineer or whatever you do in audio, but you as a person as well. And that one piece of advice is that every day, like literally 20 minutes ago, I was sitting listening to something. Every day I spend any time that I've got free, I have YouTube on my phone, for instance, and it plays motivational videos. Now, I'm not talking about these sorts of stupid motivational videos. I'm talking about industry kind of professionals, people who are, like people like Elon Musk. There's some great Bill Gates ones. There's some really good videos by real kind of high level, like the biggest kind of billionaires, millionaires, all these people who are massive in business. And there's a key thing that everybody always says, right? And you'll notice this as you start watching these videos. The best one you could ever watch is a talk by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it is unbelievable. And if you don't come out of watching that video motivated to be better in life, then you just won't. You can't. There's no helping you because you can't help yourself. If you can't get motivated by that, it's the most unbelievable video you will ever kind of watch. And you haven't got to watch them; you just got to listen to them. Like for me, is like I go to sleep listening to these things. I wake up in the morning, I put one on while I'm getting dressed and stuff. I get in the shower, I put 15 minutes of a video on, and like I would have watched these videos multiple times. But the end result is always the same. I then go off to work motivated in a way that I wouldn't have necessarily before. It kind of almost kind of kickstarts my brain into thinking, right, let's do this. And it has been since changing that kind of mentality to change your mentality towards what these people, their mentality is. And the reason they succeeded is because of their mentality. It's because of their work rate. It's because of their drive to succeed. And they have a vision and they don't stop until they get that vision. They make sacrifices. And if you're not willing to do any of that, then don't start a business in audio, because you have to do all of that stuff. But by listening to these sorts of people, what ends up happening is you kind of take a little bit from that. You watch multiple videos, take a little bit from each one, and you start to implement it into your own life. And it does directly result in you achieving so much more. You really do. And that's the one piece of advice that I can kind of broadly give to anybody watching this. You don't have to be in audio. You don't have to be in whatever. You can do whatever. You can be in any sort of industry you want. You start watching these sorts of videos. Even like these sorts of videos that I do. These are answering people's questions, but like if you're watching these sorts of videos, you're just, all you're doing is you're kind of just soaking up information. You're getting all different information. I was listening to Elon Musk literally about 20 minutes ago, and something that really stuck into my mind was something that he said, and that was that you how will you ever know exactly what you want to do with your life if you aren't educating yourself and learning what you want to do in life? By that, what I took from it was, well, I say, for instance, I never kind of explored audio. I wouldn't have known this was what I wanted to do. Like I could have wanted to do something else, but I didn't necessarily look into it or learn about it in order to see that I have the buzz for it. And ultimately, to be successful in a business, and this is honestly one of the most important things, is you've got to love what you're doing. If you're doing it just to make money and you don't care about it, you aren't going to succeed as well as someone who really loves what they do. The reason I say that is because I really love what I do. I love being here. I love working. So when someone comes to me with something that's quite problematic, it's not a chore for me. Nothing's ever really a chore because I do love doing it, and I like that. I like a challenge and things like that. So like things like people say to me, "Oh yeah, well, you know, you have." Say for instance revisions and things like that, and it's like, well, yeah, it's just byproduct of the service. We have to do those sorts of revisions. It's not a problem. It doesn't. Whereas some people are like, but if you're taking 30 minutes out of your time to do a revision, you've got to pay that, like that's got to be factored in as X amount of money. It's like, well, no, because yeah, that is true, and it does. Time is money, and that 30 minutes that you're taking to do that revision, it does take time. But ultimately, it's not a chore for me. I don't mind doing it. It's not a problem. And that only comes with loving what you do. Because, you know, if it's something that you don't love, you look at it like that and you go, well, I'm not doing the extracurricular stuff. I'm not doing the stuff that's going to kind of, I'm not going to do these videos because I'm not interested in it. You know what I mean? It's a case of, because you love what you do put so much more work into it. And it's things like, you know, I'll happily work 20 hours some days, you know, more than happy, because I like it. It's not a chore for me. I like going and doing, I love nothing more than to do 20 hours worth of work. It's not a problem. But if it's something that you don't enjoy, you want to do your 8 hours and then get home. You don't want to do more than 8 hours. You don't want to do more than 10 hours. You know, you ain't going to want to do that. And that just comes part and parcel with loving what you do. So yeah, I mean, if there was one piece of advice I could kind of give everybody, it's get motivated. And the best way to get motivated is watch all these sorts of videos that will motivate you, that will kind of really inspire you to do better, not just in music but in life as well. So yeah, if you want to kind of get involved, like get onto these sorts of videos and kind of start linking off from them, let the YouTube algorithm kind of pinpoint what videos kind of you may like. Start watching just search Arnold Schwarzenegger Vision, and another one that's really good is all of the videos by Alan Watts are really good. There's one of them's called What If Money Was No Object. That's a really good video. That's one that inspired me to start this business. So that's what these videos can do. These videos can inspire you to start a business. They can inspire you to do something incredible. And maybe, you know, maybe some people just need to hear it from someone like myself, that this is what I did and this is where I got to because of watching them videos. Obviously, there's a massive amount what else is involved in the success of a company, but they are the type of things that drive you to do better, and they will make you do better.